didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, his real name is Dara. He was one of us, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? We're men and women of shadow. That's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this anyway. Most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good. We only train the rare few who make it here. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief mason, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
Time to be heading home.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
All you need of me? It's been a hard day.
Just what I was waiting for!
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
Time to be heading home.
It's too quiet here for me.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Where did you go, Master? It was dreadful lonesome without you.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
No shame in letting down your hair now and
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to... assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance. Do come again.
Well met, sir. Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I'm... Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intend a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to... Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable... And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen, do not forget that we work to serve the citizen.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Eager as I am to explore the castle with you, I fear my kind are not welcome within, but I shall see you to the entrance.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Shall we get some rest then?
Got to focus. My head will roll if horse goes around.
There's no easy thing, making a living as a
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in town. Look, Master, a treasure chest.
Don't bother talking to me if you've naught to offer.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And shove my eye. Got some coin to... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to...
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should...
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermont...
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early death. Many thanks. I appreciate the...
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate the calling on soup to soothe my throat with mother ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermont is our curious tales.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. When our hero threw his blade unto him as an army. And who the Oscar? Why? An uncanny affair to see.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Come back any time.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Ah, excellent find.
Can't wait for the new equipment.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over. Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well.
Interested in my wares?
Maybe I'll treat myself to a tipple before bed.
Quite the predicament. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I quite like it. 'Tis our duty.
Here already, are we?
If that is your destination.
You are the Arisen. Yes? Follow me!
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here. On all sides. Tis our duty.
I've got to focus.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray.
This sort of quiet is all well.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I said. I'm not sure who gave the orders, but I'd like to know what they were thinking. 'Tis beyond my ken, I'll say that much.
As it should be. 'Tis no concern of ours. I'll hear no more of this.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my...
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would... Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
This cannot be. Allowed.
That such peace reigned eternal.
Do you recall that package from Batawa delivered to the minister's chambers last week? I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest. Living's hard.
Good heavens! The pantry's grow weary.
The rules at your leisure. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which vermin has no fish. Let me see. It pray make haste in securing Melv. A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind, pray, take...
Azus. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Praying for... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
Shall we get some rest then?
Night time already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off? Feeling rested, I trust?
Wouldn't say no to a bit of excitement.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be top dog.
Quite the predicament.
Minute now.
I like to come here when I'm
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Too quiet here for my liking.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade.
But not at the expense of my duty.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least...
I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm restraining.
What is life without a little spice?
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think you
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
Our first...
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
Children at a fair.
Only we drink more wine. Let us forget the dragon and dance the night away.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
A place to see.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Whatever am I to do?
Where might I go to spend a few hours
One dance and my hair's in disarray.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
How dreadful! I've some servants ferrying things over from Batal. Mayhap I ought to hasten them along.
Well,
The townspeople.
Dull days for us are a sign.
if you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
I warn you, I'm not easily impressed.
Would seem ours.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dog.
Got any tales to liven up my day?
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
How to proceed?
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Let us forget the dragon and dance the night away.
I'll not indulge you in fruitless prattle.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Pray my watch finishes without it.
I find dressing for these occasions
So tight. I'd kip just about anywhere.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
Must hope someone comes to read.
Let me think on this a moment.
Perhaps fortune will send a few.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area.
Well, scour all you like. You won't find
In here.
me. I've been here the whole time. Open up! Open this door right now. We're coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups?
I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime. If you escape with your life, that is.